Hey guys, Wayback Rewind here. Today I want to show you how you can make a dumb TV into a smart TV. Basically, a smart TV is any TV that can connect to the internet and stream live in real time. I went digging through the closet, pulled out 4 dumb TVs here, ranging from my TV number 1, which I got back in 1976, to my TV number 13, which is a high definition TV, but it does not connect to the internet, so it's a dumb TV. I'm going to show several different methods how you can convert these into smart TVs here on Wayback Rewind. Okay, let's get started. So in the open, I talked about how I'm going to take these dumb TVs and turn them into smart TVs. A smart TV is a television that can connect to the internet and stream live video. I'm going to start with the easiest example and then move to the more progressively difficult to maybe even impossible. So starting here with this TV from the early 2010 era, this was my first digital TV. It is a high definition television. It can receive digital television signals. However, it does not connect to the internet and it cannot stream live video without some help. What I love about these early 2010 era televisions is that they have a lot of inputs. And I love input here on Wayback Rewind. This does have component in, it has AV in, it even has an RS-232. Not sure what I'd do with that, but it has a PC in. I can use this as a computer monitor, although full disclosure, I tried using it as the computer monitor for my work and it was so blurry I couldn't really use it for that. Most importantly, it has an HDMI. And if your dumb TV has an HDMI, that makes it very simple to connect it to some type of a streaming source and watch streaming video. A streaming source is simply a device that connects to the internet and can allow you to stream video from some type of programming provider. First source I'm going to use is my Blu-ray player. I just bought this. One of the reasons I started this channel is because I love the technology and this gives me an excuse to buy cool things. I'm not sponsored, so this came out of my own pocket. I bought this streaming Blu-ray player because if you see here, it can stream live from YouTube, Netflix, and also allows you to install apps to stream from other sources. And the interesting thing about this streaming source is that it only has an HDMI output. There are no composite outputs. There are no analog outputs. A lot of that has to do with copy protection. A lot of times they only want to give you an HDMI output so that you don't send it into some type of recorder and start pirating movies. So the only way to output from this streaming player is into an HDMI port. So that is why we're going to hook it to this television that has an HDMI port. So I'm going to connect the HDMI cable here. And then I'm going to connect it to a streaming source. I'm going to use this HDMI switch to connect to my streaming player so that I don't have to pull it out of the rack. I'm just going to plug it in here into the HDMI out port. And now I'm going to switch my TV to HDMI and see what happens. Video 1, video 2, video 3, video 4, video 5, it's HDMI. And we are seeing the Blu-ray player. And from here, my Ultra HD Blu-ray player has a Wi-Fi input, so it's automatically connected to the internet. So if I come over here to say YouTube, it's kind of hard to see on here, but if I press YouTube, and from YouTube, I can go to everyone's favorite channel, Wayback Rewind. You can see here how to hook your gaming console to a 47-year-old TV after you watch an ad, which I'm not monetized, so I don't get any money from these ads, so go ahead and skip them. So now I'm getting live streaming video on my 2010 era TV. Awesome. The streaming Blu-ray player has buttons on here for Netflix. You can set favorites. This is really the easiest, simple way to get smart TV onto any kind of a television that has an HDMI input. So next, I hear what you're thinking. What if I don't want to buy a streaming Blu-ray player? They're not cheap. So here's another answer. My cable company provides my internet, but I don't have television from them. But in order to encourage me to get television from them, they gave me this free streaming box. So this streaming box has a Wi-Fi connection. It also has an Ethernet port and an HDMI out. This HDMI out port on here allows me to connect it to a television. This box will allow me to get live streaming from the internet. So let's hook it up. So I plug it into the HDMI port. So I turn this around, let's see what we got. And we've got some apps here. The remote's pretty basic. So like most things today, everything comes through a front screen. So I killed some of the glare so you can see this a little better. But down here below, we've got your normal apps, YouTube. I showed you YouTube already, so let's come over here, Hulu. Now I'm getting Hulu. Awesome. And come down here. I just happen to be a Hulu Plus Live TV subscriber. No kickbacks, no plugs, but I can watch live TV here through the Hulu app. So back here on the main menu, I just wanted to show you, once you access the free stuff, they try to encourage you to buy other stuff. Like you might want to come in here and watch a movie. And so they provide me this box for free, assuming that I'm going to buy movies. And of course I did buy, the only movie that I bought was Stay Alive, mainly because this is the best movie ever made. And I love this movie because that's my car. And Sophia Bush touched my car. That's awesome. And briefly, that's how you can use a streaming box to get live movies on your TV that does not connect to the internet. The next method I'm going to show you is another streaming box. There are all kinds of streaming boxes. I showed you one you could get free from the cable company. Here's one from that company, with the big smile. I'm opening this for the first time, so you'll see it with me. Most of you will know this as the Amazon Firestick. Not getting kickbacks, so this is free advertising. I am a subscriber. I do use this in my normal everyday life. I just bought a new one just to demonstrate what it's like to unbox one and how to hook it up. This is the whole thing right here. Actually, that's the streaming box and the remote. They give you some accessories. It requires USB power. HDMI port doesn't really give you any power. So they give you a nice little brick here. This extension cord, like on this TV, there's not enough room to get that box in there, so you can plug this in and give you some flexibility. Little manual. I never read the manual unless I have to. Amazon batteries for the remote. And here's your power cable, your USB power cable. We're going to hook this up for the first time and see how it works. This particular one I bought is refurbished, so I could get it as cheap as possible. You can see it's packaged up pretty nice. They stick everything back in here. It kind of feels like I'm buying a new one versus a used one. I'm going to put the batteries in the remote. So let's see. Batteries in the remote. Now the remote's ready. This is the Firestick itself. I'm going to connect it to this adapter so I can get it into the TV easier. Okay, you've seen this a couple times already. Just going to plug in the HDMI. See, there's not enough room under there for this entire Firestick, so that adapter is helpful. Now I need to plug it in. going to take the power cable. It uses an old school USB. I don't know why it doesn't use USB-C. Maybe because I got an old one. Plug that in there. Then I'm going to plug the power brick into the wall. I'm going to turn it around. And it's waking up. It's a good sign. You're seeing this same time as I am. Okay, it took forever for the remote to pair. I think it's working now. Yes, it is working. I don't know, the remote scared me for a second. I thought this was going to have to go back. Of course, like everything, the first time you buy it, it has to update. Restart a couple times. Streaming box is a lot quicker. This is a little painful. Like one eternity later, I think it's ready to go. And what seemed like an eternity, it's finally ready to go. If you're an Amazon subscriber, this looks familiar to you. There's all kinds of free stuff that you can watch. Movies that you can download, subscribe to. And this is all coming through the internet on this TV that previously was dumb up until a few minutes ago. Okay, for my next example, what if you have a TV that does not have an HDMI port? What if you're still rocking an old school CRT like this? This one has video inputs, so it won't be quite so difficult, but the lack of an HDMI port is a problem. The question is, can I adapt this TV to become a smart TV, connect to the internet, and stream video? We're going to give it a shot. I got this off the internet, never tried it before. We're going to see if this works. But basically, this adapter is going to add an HDMI port and allow me to plug this into this television. Is that going to work? I don't know. So the principle of this device is very simple. It has power input here, HDMI in, and AV out. Well, to be honest with you, the reason I'm skeptical that this will work is because HDMI has all kinds of copy protection in it, and putting the HDMI into this box, it may get stuck in there. But we'll give it a shot. Just going to plug my HDMI cable in here. For a source, I'm going to use my Blu-Ray Player. I think that might give me the best chance of success. You can see I've plugged the cable directly from my 4K Blu-ray Player directly into this box. Like everything these days, it runs on USB. It's got an old school USB. I just had one of those a second ago. I'm going to plug this into the box here. I need to plug this into a brick that's plugged into the wall. And then plug this. This is a mono TV, so I only need the yellow and the white. The yellow and the white. Well, let's see what happens. Yes, indeed. I can now come in here, go to Vudu, for example. If there are any movies that I previously purchased on Vudu, I can come in here. Or I can go buy a movie, watch a movie, come into my movies. And this is the second best movie ever made. We Are the Millers. And come in there and watch that. So I can't guarantee this is going to work on every channel, on every streaming source, but here on Vudu, because I purchased this movie, maybe it's unlocked in such a way that there's no copyright protection. But I am able to watch live streaming movies here on this old school tube TV that definitely does not have any internet connectivity without the streaming player helping it. But it did work. The HDMI to video adapter is working. And now, just for fun, I connected my Ultra HD Blu-ray player to my 47-year-old TV, and now I'm able to come in here and watch live video from the internet on a 47-year-old TV. Up until yesterday, I didn't even own a Blu-ray disc, let alone a 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray disc, so I bought one. One of my favorite movies. Was almost in this movie. They were asking for extras out at NASA when they were making this. I do personally know some folks that were in this movie, but I'm not in it. So I'm going to see if this will play. You can watch me attempt to play my first ever 4K Blu-ray disc and stream it over this 47-year-old TV. Yeah, I don't think it's going to work. It's trying to work, but Mr. Copy Protection is messing with me. Well, after a couple of failed attempts, I guess Copy Protection gave up and let me watch it. I'm able to put a 4K Blu-ray onto this 47-year-old TV because I'm using a modulator. I'm actually inputting into this modulator up here, broadcasting it on channel 18, and then I'm feeding it into the TV. Now for my last experiment here, I'm going to try something that probably won't work. I'm going to see if I can hook my Amazon Firestick into my HDMI converter. I've heard mixed results. Some people got it to work, some didn't. I purposely bought this old Firestick thinking that it might have a better chance of working. But we'll see. And just like that, it actually worked. I am watching my Firestick on a 47-year-old TV. I did not expect this to work. So this is the setup. I've got the Amazon Firestick plugged into the HDMI to AV converter. The AV converter is plugged into this modulator, which is plugged into the TV and is now giving me a live signal from Amazon on my 47-year-old TV. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm able to turn a 47-year-old TV into a smart TV. If you stuck with the video this long, I appreciate it. And as always, please like or subscribe to my channel, and thanks for watching.